If you're looking for a surefire way to boost your confidence and charisma, look no further. There is one universal thing that all young men can do to boost their confidence infinitely with anybody in any situation. What might this thing be, you might wonder? Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe. This thing to boost your confidence is going to be learning how to fight. Whether you learn how to box or how to do some sort of martial arts, the confidence you gain from knowing that you can beat 95% of any man you see in a fight is unmatched. Once you learn to fight, you develop a sort of attitude in which you aren't really scared of anyone anymore, unless you know they can fight, or are significantly bigger than you. This gives you a much more laid-back demeanor, rather than being unconfident and tense all the time. This will make people like you a lot more, and you will have a lot more success in social situations. This isn't the only thing that learning to fight will do for you, though, and there is one specific type of fighting that will be more effective than anything else. Another thing that learning to fight will do will be to significantly improve your body language, and this ties directly into the confidence aspect. Your body language will change in the same way as your demeanor, becoming a lot more laid back and relaxed. When people see this, they see warmth in you, which is an important part to being charismatic. If you've read The Charisma Myth by Olivia Cabane, you'll know that two extremely important factors in having charisma are warmth and power. Warmth meaning you are easily approachable and open to talking, and power meaning that you have some strength either by having social status or by being physically powerful. You can probably imagine people having one of these two characteristics and how they usually don't come off as charismatic. For example, someone like a bodybuilder who practically radiates power but is very cold and not approachable. You wouldn't think that this is a very charismatic person because he has no warmth. Now imagine someone who's very kind and nice to everyone but has nothing going for them. You might think of this person as nice to talk to, but deep down you realize that they're not a person you'd want to be super close with. Finally, I want you to imagine somebody who's very powerful and warm at the same time, like a CEO of a big business, or someone like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm sure that all of us would be very happy to have these types of people as friends because they have both lots of power and warmth at the same time. Now, I mentioned earlier that there is one form of fighting which is greater than the rest. This type of fighting is going to be boxing. Why is boxing better than everything else, though? The main reason is the practicality aspect. If you train Muay Thai or any other form of martial art, think about what's going to happen in a street fight, which hopefully doesn't happen, but you should be prepared for it if it does. If you train some form of martial arts, then you likely don't have good striking skills, which is the only thing that really matters in a street fight. Because when you go to the ground, your opponent's friend could come and curb stomp you, or they could just choke you out, and many other bad scenarios could occur. Going to the ground in a street fight is practically a death sentence, so any forms of wrestling isn't going to be safe. Now, what about kicks? If it's a rainy day or you're wearing jeans, kicking is practically going to be rendered invalid. So you can't go to the ground and you can't kick, so what's left? Your hands. Most of the time, you're going to run away from the fight. If your opponent's friends start coming, you can just run away easily. If you knock the other guy out, then you probably want to run away as well so you don't have to deal with it. In pretty much all scenarios, you'll end up running away or escaping some way or another. Boxing is the single, most practical form of fighting for everyday life that will allow you to be successful pretty much all the time. So by learning to fight, and specifically learning to box, you will become more confident and more charismatic very quickly. Unfortunately, this isn't a very easy process, but it will be worth it in the end. By learning to fight, your whole body language and demeanor will change, and this will allow you to be far more confident and charismatic. This will help in virtually all social situations, and you will be a lot less nervous in a lot of situations. Learning to fight also prepares you for unfortunate situations, in which you will be thankful that you learned to fight. There's pretty much nothing to lose apart from a bit of money and time, so you should definitely consider learning to box. If you've enjoyed this video or learned something, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching and see you next time.